guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, then welcome. Today we're going to be reviewing this Catrice and Eman collaboration. She came out with 3 different palettes, I think, but I only picked up 2 of them. I have the eyeshadow one and the highlight, so I'm super excited because these look really stunning. It's going to be my first time trying Catrice shadows, but everything that I have tried from this brand has been really good, so I'm super excited for these. So the first one we have is the Catrice and Eman Bronze AF eyeshadow palette, and this is it right here. I have kind of this neutral and beige theme going on, and they just say Catrice and Eman on the front, and then it says strong is beautiful, which I really like. It says that it brings 0.44 ounces per pan, and I'm gonna just open it up for you guys so you can see. It comes in this little, comes with this little mirror right here, this little square mirror, which I think is really cute. And then here are your shadows. As you can see, it's very neutral, but it also has a little bit of darkness to it. We have kind of a black, so we can do a really good smoky eye or something super neutral. It comes with, I think it comes with 4 shimmers and then 5 mattes. But she did say in her video that this is her type of look. I've never actually watched a video from Eman until today because I wanted to see who she was before I review these. This one retails for $11.99, and you can find these at Ulta. I don't know where else you can find it, but I did purchase it at Ulta. And yeah, it says that it brings 9 long-lasting, highly pigmented and buildable shades, neutral shades to fit all skin tones, rich powder formula that is easy to blend, and matte pearl finishes. So super excited. It brings 9 shades in total. Like I said, 4 shimmers and 5 mattes. So I think this looks really nice. I haven't really swatched any of them, but I think it's really cute, and I love the fact that they're so little. And then the next one is the Catrice and Eman, and this one says You Are Gold Baby, and this one is just a lighter shade. If I compare them both side by side, you can see that one is kind of a more warm beige, and this one is definitely like a neutral beige. So this is it right here. They do have the same packaging on the front, and when I open it, sorry, this lid is gonna fall. When I open it, this is your 4 highlights right here. You can see that they go from really light to warm. I think these are more, I just want to swatch them to see if these are more for like light skin, but I feel like you can get away with using these, the 4 of them, if you're kind of in the medium side like I am. But these are them right there. They look really promising. I was hoping that the bronzy one would be a good kind of shimmery bronzer for me, but I think it's just too warm. So maybe I'll just get away with using these 3. But this one is just a little bit too warm for my skin tone. But maybe I can try it because, you know, it looks really promising. When things are this pigmented, I'm just really afraid to use them as a bronzer. But I think we can just top it off and see how it wears. Each palette right here comes with 0.63 ounces. With the same little packaging with the mirror and your shades. On the back, it does tell you the names of them and what they look like, and I think on the eyeshadow it does as well, so you can see your eyeshadows here as well. The highlighter palette also retails for $11.99, and you can also find it at Ulta. And then she came out with a little cheeky palette, which is right here, also for $11.99, and it also brings 4 different blushes. They did look a little bit warm to me, like you can see right there. They just look a little too warm for me, and the shades that I could have used from this, I feel like I have too many of them, so that's why I didn't purchase it, but I think it looks really good. And if you are looking for a blush, you should definitely try this one out because they're super inexpensive. So let's just go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to be priming my eyes to start with, and I'm going to be using this COVERGIRL TRUBLEND Undercover Concealer, which I've been loving recently. A lot of people are comparing this to the Shape Tape, and I feel like that is a really good match, except I like this one a little bit better. I have the shade beige, or buff beige. I'll be putting this all over my lid. I am having some kind of like irritation on my left eye, so if you see that it's red, that is why. I don't know what is causing it. Alright, I'm blending this out with my beauty sponge. Alright, now we have a nice base, so I'm going to jump into my shadows, and I'm going to be using the first shade right here. It's going to be Fairfax, and I'm just going to be setting that concealer that I set down, so this one right here. I love the fact that they do have the shade names. It just makes it so much easier when I'm making a video and like I'm trying to tell you which shade I'm using. I'm so bad at that, so I'm just going to be patting this onto my lid. How I can really tell when a shadow is good is when I apply it over a concealer and the concealer doesn't start to look really dry and like ugly, and this one is not doing that whatsoever. So I really like that. I think so far, at least this shade seems to be really, really good quality. And it's a really good just shade to set my concealer, at least with my skin tone. And I don't really know which look I'm going for, but obviously it's going to get a little bit dark over here because we have this brown, this dark brown over here, and this black. So we really don't have much to work with, but I think it's really good because I love having palettes like this. I feel like looks with this kind of shades are so effortless, and like you can make a lot of things work, like kind of an eyeliner with a brown, or like a smoky eye, or something just really, really like a brick color, kind of smoky. I don't know, I really like it. I think I'm just gonna go with the shade Sunset right here, and I'm gonna just warm up my crease. So I'm applying this kind of in the center. And this is a really, really nice transition shade. I feel like making a transition shade, it's really easy, but I never have like the perfect medium transition shade color. And this is definitely it for me. You guys can see how easy I just blended this out. That is really, really surprising. I'm just gonna keep building that color because, you know, I just like really building up my shades. I feel like that is the way that you get a really good quality out of shadows, especially when they're inexpensive. Like, the quality is there, you just have to take your time. It's definitely very powdery, so just be aware that you might have a little kickback. And I'm just going to move on to the next shade now. I'm going to go with the shade Runyon right here. So I'm going with that. I'm placing this kind of in the center on my crease, and I'm just darkening up that crease a little bit. Kind of just going to set down the shade first, and then I'll quickly kind of blend it out. I don't think these are the most pigmented shadows, at least a dark one, but they do definitely blend really nicely, and you can definitely build them up to where you want them to be, so that's really good. I mean, that's all I need in a shadow. So I'm going to keep building this until I feel comfortable where they are. Super nice. Okay, so now I'm going to darken it up a little bit more, and I'm going with Sweetser right here. This one is the darkest brown of the palette, and I'm going to apply this on the outer corner. Okay, having a little bit of trouble putting this on with this brush, so I'm going to switch the brush. Okay, still coming up a little patchy. Okay. It does not want to stay on my, it does not really want to stay on my eyes at all. So I'm trying the other side of the brush. This one is one of the Anastasia brushes, and I feel like these ones are just really decent brushes, so there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. I'm packing this on the outer corner, and guys, it does not want to stay there. Okay. It's kind of coming on this side, kind of. Alright, well now I'm going to just clean up under my eyes because I did make a mess. Upset at that shadow because that's what I was counting on for my whole look. So I'm just going to go into Runyon one more time because this one was working just really nice for me. So let's go with that one. And let's just kind of darken up that outer corner too. And bring it towards the brow. Or sorry, towards the crease. So now I'm going to go for some shimmer, and I think I'm going to be just applying, let me swatch them first to see if I need a concealer underneath of them. This one feels really nice. That bronzy shade feels really, really nice, but I don't want to go for something that dark. And this golden one also feels like it doesn't need, should we go for the golden one? Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to go with Hollywood Boulevard right here. I'm placing this with my finger on the beginning of my eye. You can see that it's really coming on really, really nicely. I really like that. So I'm first just setting it down with my finger, and then I'll just go with a brush and give it a little bit more definition just because it feels so buttery. I didn't want to put down a concealer and then and not work over top of the concealer. Alright, so let's do this. And then before that sets, I'm going to go over that Hollywood Boulevard. And then I'm going to try to go over it. I think it's looking better. I'm just going to keep doing that. I'm going back into Ranjan, don't really know. And I'm going to put this on the outer corner. And I'm kind of blending this towards that shimmer. Go into Mulholland Drive, and I hope I'm saying that correctly. And I'm trying to do an eyeliner with this. And I'm just going to following the path of my eye, right on top of my eyelashes. So this one's applying really nicely. This one definitely has some pigment to it. I don't know what happened to Sweet Sir, because that was not coming up for me. And then I'm bringing it out a little bit. I should have totally put some tape down for this. I don't know how I didn't think about it. I'm gonna take that wing off a little bit. Alright. Alright, so I'm going back into my palette, and I feel like that's looking really nice. And now I can just, you know, put this on with a little bit more freedom. Alright, so now I'm going to try to go into Sweet Sir and see what this does for me now. And I'm going to try to buff this little eyeliner. And it's not even coming on my eyes, guys. But I'm still going to try. Just because I don't want the harsh line of an eyeliner, I just want it to be something a little bit softer. It's still with like a nice black. My eyes are so watery, guys. This doesn't even work for me. Like, doing the tape doesn't work. I have to go back in and fix it. I don't really see something to put on my brow bone, so I'll just be using one of the highlights for that. But now I'm just going to finish off my face, and then we'll come back to the highlight palette. I just have to say that this was a lot of work to get this one look, but I think I finally got to somewhere where I feel comfortable, and I kind of really dig it. So let's just go ahead and just keep moving. So let's go back to our eyes. Why not? And let's go ahead and use the Runyon right here. And I just want to do kind of the same smoky eye, but not too dark, because I definitely don't want to close my eyes up so much. So I'm dusting this off, and I'm going to go really close to my lash line. And I think this one looks really nice. This is probably my favorite shade from the palette. I also think the black one was really nice as well. But this one, Sweet Sir, just didn't even show up for me. I don't know what happened with that one. And then I'm going with Sunset. And I'm kind of just buffing this right underneath. Jump into our highlights. I think I can use this one and this one together. So this one is called Saray and this one is called Victoria. So I think I can get away with just mixing these two, which are kind of like the medium tones on the palette. This one is like a very white gold, and this one is very bronzy. So this one is kind of on the golden side. This one is a little bit more pinkish. So I think I can get away with mixing the two, and just let's see what happens. So I'm taking Saray and I'm taking Victoria. They do feel really creamy, and I'm going to go ahead and just apply it. Wow. They do feel really, really pigmented, and they look really, really nice. The texture of them is also really nice. It's not looking like super textury on my face, and that is where I have kind of the most texture. So feel like these are super nice. Catrice definitely surprised me with the highlights. I feel like this one, these highlights were not something that I was expecting to be this pigmented. I'm like trying to look at myself in the mirror because it is so close to me. I think that looks stunning. This doesn't look like a $12 highlight at all. This actually looks really, really nice. It came off really nice and it's like super, super shiny. This is definitely for like a beat look. I love this. So we're just going to move on. I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup and I'm put some mascara on, some lashes, and some lipstick. And then I'll be back to wrap this video up for you guys. We made it to the end of this video. I really have to say that I did struggle a little bit with this palette, with the eyeshadow one. But I think in the end, it really came out to a look that I really, really like. I think the shimmers on this are really, really nice. I only used this one right here, but it was super buttery on my hand. It was super nice to apply with my finger and also super nice to apply with a brush, which was surprising, especially after I applied some Fix Plus on it. Shades over here blended out really, really nicely. This black was really, really nice as well. It was super opaque and I really liked it. It came on my eyes super quickly and I didn't even really have to work for the black to shine through. But this one right here was a little bit of a disappointment. It really didn't do much for me. I don't know why it didn't show up on my eyes at all. The only thing I have to say is that I really like this one for setting my concealer, but I didn't really have one for my brow bone, and that was a little bit disappointing. I actually did forget to even put some on my brow bone, so I'll do that right now. So I'm just going to go onto the highlight, and I think I'm going to be putting Whistler, and I'm applying this on the brow bone right there, and that is a really nice shade. I love this shade. Sorry to have interrupted our segment right there, but I really had to do that before we ended because I felt like the look was missing a little bit of something. But yeah, I think this palette is definitely worth it if you're looking for something super neutral. This is super, super compact. It's super little and you can just throw this off and, you know, carry it with you. I think the shades on this were really, really nice. So if you do like Catrice shadows, I would definitely recommend this. I feel like this were really, really nice. These are definitely one of the better eyeshadows that I've tried from the drugstore, so I super recommend this one. I just feel like I would have liked a little bit of pop of color and some, you know, shimmer that I can use for my brow bone highlights. But then again, you get kind of the highlight in here if you do get this palette. I think this one was super nice. If you're gonna get anything, I would definitely recommend this one because this has really, really nice highlights and they are super, super buildable. They do come on really strong, like you guys saw. They look super nice on the skin. Nothing looks textured. It didn't apply patchy over the bronzer and the blush. It just blended out really nicely, and I feel like it definitely gave my look that pop that I was missing. I do really like the shades on this. I did end up mixing two of them, but I also used this one for my highlight, and I do want to try this one as a bronzer sometime, maybe to see if it works for me. I just think this is a really nice range of shades that a lot of people can benefit from, and I really like it, especially at that price point. So overall, I think this was a good video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry that I struggled so much with that shadow, but yeah, as always, don't forget to subscribe below, like this video, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!